Hi Libra, welcome to Sophquest. I'm Spence. Here's your weekly reading for November 8th through the 14th. We are between that new moon we had last week, the new moon in Scorpio, since we're in Scorpio season, and we're going to be having a full moon in its opposite axis, Taurus, and that will be on the 19th. So we're right in between. We have the new moon on the 4th, we have the full moon on the 19th, and here we sit between the 18th, or between the 8th and the 14th. This particular week, Wednesday's the big day. The energy I think you should probably want to be alerted to would be the Saturn square with Mars and Mercury. Mars, fiery hot, Mercury, mind and mouth. So mind your mouth when fire's hot during a square with Saturn, which can bring tension about the way things are done with Saturn, right? So communication issues could come up. Luckily, at the end of the week, though, we have this beautiful Sun trine Neptune. That will help to bring surprising solutions and empathy and I think more kindness and enlightenment. So try to create harmony if you can and be sensitive to people at this time. They are all going through Scorpio season. Every one of us is. And we usually deep dive a lot and deal with some of our issues during this time. So Scorpio is a deep time, and I think it's an important thing to think about. Next week, we're going to have a whole lot to talk about with the Venus retrograde that I mentioned last week. That is going to be coming up. Venus is in Capricorn right now, however, so it might be a good time. Might be flowing in a little bit, which is good for us. But it is going to go into retrograde, so I'm letting people know that. So we want to mind when Venus goes into retrograde because money does not flow in at that time, right? All right, so Libra. I'm shuffling right now for you from the Nature's Whisper Oracle cards by Angela Hartfield and Josephine Wall as the artist. Gorgeous deck. And the Paulina Tarot today we're using, and that is by Paulina Cassidy. And I like both of these decks so very, very much. And I hope you do too. All right, Libra. So let's get one of the Nature's Whispers cards for you today. Now I did pre-shuffle these as I always do, but hey. Do a little bit more for you guys on camera, just because it's a pretty normal size for an oracle deck, but a little hard to shuffle this way. Although I'm going to try it. There we go. That feels good. Now, one more, and let's pull one. Libra, November 8th through the 14th. As the moon is waxing from the new moon to the full lightness of the full moon, what is growing within us? What are we beginning? It comes from a very deep place, from Scorpio. Let's talk about it. Nature's Whispers for Libra. There it is. That one right there. It is contemplation. Well, there you have it. Contemplation, Libra. Yeah. That square with Mercury is going to be a lot of thinking. You are an air sign and you contemplate. So, we all do, but you just had a huge, Libra season with a major Mercury retrograde. And now that is over, finally out of its shadow period and all, maybe now you're really understanding what that was about and how you kind of have a new way of seeing things, right? We were really dealing a lot with empowerment and our values, and right now squaring Saturn about what we want for the long haul. What are we building for the long term, and how should we talk about it, right? With Mercury and Mars, how do we take action? How do we communicate and move forward for the long haul, right? So a lot of these issues may be coming up this week for you to contemplate and think about. And I'm going to read from the book for that message in a few minutes there. But let me just shuffle a little bit more for the tarot, and I'm going to lay out your 9. While I do, Libra, why don't you sit, settle in with me, take some time for you and relax. Take 3 deep cleansing breaths. It honestly does oxygenate your brain. That's one card out. And it lowers your stress, right, by bringing down your cortisol. Helps you relax your spine and your shoulders. Get you in a better mind space. Aw, that's nice. One more from the, right there. Okay. Yeah. You know what I'm seeing here, Libra? Okay, that one wants to come, so I'm going to take it. Okay. All right, now I'm going to cut. You know, I take the ones I'm supposed to take. I just do what my hands do. That's the way I do. All right. I am looking at the Eight of Swords, Queen of Cups, Eight of Cups. 2 8s, very important. King of Wands, Page of Swords, Knight of Cups. Oh yeah, beautiful. The Fool, Temperance. Interesting. And then, yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Oh, I like this for you. Libra, I think you've been going through a true personal renaissance. Honestly, that's what I call it. I call it a personal renaissance. You know, when you think about the Renaissance period, like in Italy, right? It was the period of this incredible growth of art and music and society and, you know, kind of a paradigm shifting opening of minds, right? Bringing in new ideas. We're going through that again right now as we go through the Aquarian, you know, coming into the Aquarian age. And, you know, we're all being activated one way or another as far as opening our minds. Our sixth sense is coming online, you know, most of us. So it's just that. It's going through this by, you know, shedding light on some of our shadow side stuff, some of our fears, and opening up to the possibilities. The actual potential, the human potential within, right? Not to do any lofty thing, right? It's not that. It's about allowing oneself to believe that life can be anything that you want to make of it. You know, we really put a lot of limitations on what we believe about life. You know, if you grew up in a certain way and your parents tell you every single day that, I don't know, I'm just going to use some type of example. Well, give me an example. I don't know, any example. Okay, so no judgment to anyone in any way, because you could use the exact opposite as the same example and it would still just be an example. But let's just say you were raised by farmers and for 4 or 5 generations you grew up and you worked the farm and you worked the farm your whole life, and then you had kids and you taught them how to work the farm, and so on and so on. That's the way it is. That's the way it should be. That's what's right. And let's just say you've got 6 kids and your 5th child moves to the city and decides to be a corporate lawyer or something. Okay, I'm just choosing something off the top of my head. So let's just say that the rest of the family, it is so shocking. It is such a paradigm shifting idea to them that they can't fathom why in the world one of their children could have such different values. How could you not value the land? How could you not value the wheat, the corn, the horses, the hay, the time with family, working the land, getting up at dawn? How can you not value the things I've taught you to value? Why do you value the city, the lights, the noise, the things that go on in the city at night? The value of money. Why do you want to work for a corporation and make a bunch of money? Why do you want to be rich? Why do you want to be among the elite, the class, the high top class, whatever. How could you have such different values than me? Right? So now you can also take that same example and switch it. Your parents raised you in the city to love to go to museums and have your life filled with art and travel and whatever and society and culture. So why would you want to go and be a farmer, right? So it doesn't matter what the example is, right? There's no judgment on anyone's choice to live any way they want to live. You know, to each his own, do you, right? I'm cool with everybody. I'm just saying it's like that. When we believe growing up, it gets in our pores almost. We start to limit what we believe we can be, do, have, and change, don't we? we get to the point where we don't even think we could change things, right? Well, this is saying, I don't know. Are you sure about that? Because she's thinking and she's thinking and she's looking and she's looking and she's got a butterfly wings on her head, which means she's transforming her thoughts. And what is coming out of her, basically her heart, neck, chest, is the lion, which takes strength and courage. Right? To transform your thoughts takes strength and courage. Don't you love the artwork? I just love the artwork on these cards. It takes strength and courage to allow yourself to go through a renaissance, to bring new things into your life, to change your life in any way. That takes courage. 29. Let's look it up. Let's see what Angela Hartfield says. Okay, contemplation. Libra, enjoy your own company right now. This is a wonderful time for you to reorganize and consider the things you enjoy most in your life. Make a point of spending a little time allowing your mind to wander away from the everyday concerns that occupy your time. And give yourself an opportunity to get inspired. Ruminate on your inner voice and listen to your own counsel right now. Somebody inside, that naked soul, that inner child of yours, is brave and true and is saying something to you and enlightening your mind. So it's saying ruminate on whatever this is, because something's changing in you, Libra. So that's why I looked at that card and I just got all that like personal renaissance thing, because, you know, that's something that I say. I say that we're all on our interpersonal renaissance right now. All right, wow. Whew. Let's look at your 9. All right, I have across the top, I have the 8 of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the 8 of Cups. Well, with the Queen of Cups in the center, like, look at your lion heart. You are lion-hearted right now. And the Queen of Cups is in the center of this line. The yin energy of water, that's our heart. You have a sensitive heart, but it's a lion heart. It's strong and brave and true, and it would never lie to you. Right, Libra? So 8 of Swords is when the mind goes around and around in circles and tells us the same old script, the same old story. But you were always raised to be a farmer, or you were always raised to be a doctor, or whatever. And your heart's pounding, 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 and getting brave enough to say, yeah, no. 8 of Cups. I'm not really actually a farmer or a lawyer or a doctor or whatever. You know, life is going to offer something that I don't even know exists for me yet. I'm just willing to walk forward. I'm willing to come out of this 8 of Swords self-imposed prison and just take a few steps forward. And that's all. It's like you have to take the leap and let the universe catch you. Right? So 8 of Swords, 8 of Cups, that is coming out of stuck thinking so that you can move forward. And you can see he's crossing a bridge. Right? And next to him is a bunny rabbit, which represents fertility. So having a fertile life means to cross new bridges, try new things, go to new lands, and from your heart, Queen of Cups, with your heart open, with trust. It's like trust yourself, Libra, trust life, trust love, trust. Okay. King of Wands, because you're lion-hearted right now. King of Wands, brave, bold. Page of Swords. There's a kid in you that asks the question, why? But why do I have to be a farmer? Why do I have to be a doctor? Why do I have to not change anything that I want to change in my life? Knight of Cups. What if I just let my heart lead me and I just move forward based on what I feel for the first time in my life? I want to feel differently. I want to feel more. I want to feel more alive. Knight of Cups. So King of Wands, Page of Swords, Knight of Cups. Somebody may be if this King of Wands is not representing you and you feeling very fired up, and with the King of Wands and the Page of Swords, this could be a very fiery message or fiery discussion about how you feel. It could be passionate talk, and that could be what could happen on Wednesday for you. But it squares Saturn, so it may, if you're going to profess your love to someone or your deep desire for someone, you know, I wouldn't gush too much. I you know, take it slow and steady a little bit. Okay? Just because it squares Saturn. All right, but there's the Fool taking that leap of faith, crossing that bridge, but with temperance. So when I looked at these two cards, I was like, wow, okay, so Libra is on fire, is lion-hearted, right? Changing their mind about what they think life can be and taking a risk with the Fool card, but moderation is the key. Everything in moderation. So Libra, even when you take a leap, you still got your balance. Like, you're still a Libra. Moderation, that's good. Which helps you to, Knight of Pentacles, calm the Knight of Cups heart and say, well, slow and steady will win my race. Slow and steady. I am going to make a change. I am going to move forward more with my heart. I am going to take new bridges. I'm going to cross these new bridges and try new things, you know. But I don't want to, you know, speak out of turn, like say something I'm going to regret. I want to just open my heart, but still be as diplomatic and as fair-minded and balanced as I need to be in order to be me. Because that's who you are, right? Balanced. Let's go down the vertical. So 8 of Swords, you got to get out of the mindset of whatever it was that you believed, that you've been contemplating over all of your season, all of Mercury retrograde, and now feeling it in Scorpio season. What do you want, Libra? King of Wands. He knows, and he goes for it with the Fool. Jumps in, says, this is what I want, right? So you got to come out of the self-prison. This is what I really want. Oh my God. Like, did that happen for you at the new moon on the 4th? Did Uranus, that opposition with Uranus, have this surprising, okay, I know what I want. I know what I want. Did that happen? Did your heart burst wide open, Queen of Cups? Did your inner child tell you a truth? This is how you really feel, by the way. Are you aware of it? Because you've been shoving your feeling down, maybe? Staying in temperance so much that you won't allow for this truth to surface? Maybe? These are questions. I don't know the answers. 8 of Cups. I'm willing to take the new journey. I'm willing to open my heart more just because loving and being loved feels so good. And I can still stay steady onward, and be me, while still crossing new bridges and taking chances. Because something about me is changing. Something about me is going through a renaissance. Yeah. I love that for you, Libra. Wow, I love that reading. So I hope you have a great week. Be careful with the energies around Wednesday, you know, and speak with your diplomacy and your temperance, right? Yeah. Even with your lion heart there. Okay, I will talk to you again next week. Thanks for stopping by. I wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude. And I'll be here for you next week. Thanks. Bye.